everyone, welcome to Grace Hollow Rabbitry. It's been a little while since I've done a complete update on the New Zealands, so I thought I would do that. Right here in front of us we have Everlong, and Everlong was bred to Jake. She has 5 kits. What do we have? I think 2 broken, or 2 black and 3 broken? Oh, that's right, we lost the black. We have 2 blacks and 2 broken. And these guys are young. They're, they're actually 5 weeks old now. But I looked at them about a week ago. So they were, I think when I looked, they were 3.5 weeks. I really wanted, Everlong's almost 4 years old. And I've been saying for a while now, this could be my last litter. This could be my last litter. Well, this could be my last litter. I have 2 blacks and 2 brokens. And so I hoped I would have 1 black doe, 1 black buck, 1 broken doe, 1 broken buck. And I looked, again, at 3.5 weeks, it's very difficult to tell. But to the best that I could tell, it looks like that is exactly what I have. So that's good news for me. And I'll be trying to rebreed Washita again today. I think I was going to try to breed her to Dallas. That way I can get, if I get another litter from her, hopefully I can get some dilute carriers. These guys will be pure black and broken black. There's no blue in their lines. So they will only produce black and broken black. So we need to get some dilute carriers out of Washita. Now we do, or Everlong, we do have Washita, and Washita was out of Kirby in Everlong. So she is a dilute carrier, but at the current moment, she's the only one that I have to replace her with. And I would like to have, maybe a couple more to replace her with. I think Everlong long term has probably been my best doe, New Zealand doe in the Rabbitry, and I'd really like to keep her lines going. I may even consider breeding her to Cash instead of Dallas. I'm not quite sure. But Cash, even though he carries dilute, Everlong does not, so we only have about a 25% chance of carrying dilute in that breeding. And we would never know until we breed those, whether they carry dilute or not. And I want to make sure I get some dilute carriers. So I think today I'll try to breed her to Dallas. And this fall, if I get to breed her again, we might try Cash. All right, and below Everlong we have Shaunie. Now Shaunie did not get bred the last round. She had some sores on her the back of her hips, and so I didn't want to breed her. She had also lost a little bit of weight, not a whole lot. She's normally pretty close to 11 pounds, and she was down to about 9.5. So I wanted to wait and get her weight back up. She's had a full recovery. Her weight's back up. The last time I weighed her, she was about 10.5 pounds. So she's getting pretty close to 100%. So I went ahead and rebred her, 2 weeks ago? A week and maybe 10 days ago. She's been bred to Mark. So hopefully here in about 3 weeks, we'll expect a new litter out of Shaunie. All right, we are currently in the new carport, or the renovated carport, with the new stackers, and only a few rabbits have been moved in here. A few of the brood does. Here is Bluegrass. She actually has the youngest litter, so I guess we're going to start with the youngest. I had hoped to start with the oldest and move down, but she just happens to be here. Okay, and she kindled, let's see, she was bred to Tex, and she kindled 7, and these guys are only a week old. Let's see, they're a week old, actually today I think. And she's got, we did lose 1 of the blue, so we have 4 broken, and then we have 2 solid blues. And I've checked. These guys have got showable markings. Now I do have two that I'm concerned about. This little blue here has a little spot on its rump. It's gone now, but previously I don't know if it was stuck somehow, but it really looked like the umbilical cord was coming out of its rear. So I'm sure that's probably not true, just the way it looked. And then we have another one here, one of the brokens. Do we have a broken missing? Oh, here it is. There we go. Boy, that one was in there snoozing pretty good. All right, and let's see this one here. No, this one's not doing so well. This one too has that little mark on the tail. I'm not sure what's up with that. That one's not as noticeable because it has a spot. That one's not doing well. I don't think it's going to survive. Bluegrass. Hey, let me put the... There we go. Alright, so, yeah, her litter. She has 6, 4 broken, 2 blue, and that one I don't think is going to make it a week old. So let's go ahead and check in on the others. Alright, and then we have Washita's litter. She was bred to Mark, and she had 8, and she weaned 8. These guys are 6 weeks old, and we just weaned them a couple days ago. These 4 are the does. We've got 2 blue does, 1 black doe, and 1 still doe. And then over here we have 2 of the bucks. This is a still buck and a broken black buck. And the other 2 I left with Mom to help her grow, dry up slowly. Alrighty, and here's Mom. She's got a broken blue buck right here, and then she's got that broken still buck. And Washita, I plan to breed today. Everlong, Shaunie, and Washita I hope to breed today. Cute little boys. Cute, cute, cute. Love that broken blue. Then we have the Queen, and we're getting into some of the younger kits now. The Queen's litter is about 3.5 weeks old. She kindled, I think she actually kindled 7, and we lost 2, but she currently has 3 black and 2 broken. I think 1 was born on the wire, and then 1 got cold and died very young. And she was bred to Mark, and I noticed this one in the far corner there. The lighting is pretty poor. We've had stormy weather all day. I'm on vacation this week, and it's rainy and cloudy and can't do a whole lot outside, so I thought I would come in here and work on a Rabbitry update. I did notice Mark is throwing stills. We ended up with 3 stills in Washita's litter. And then in this litter, that broken right there in the very corner with his head facing away from you, that one is also a broken gold tip still. Real beautiful booger. Look at the body on him. I mean, he's 3.5 weeks old, and just look at the substance to the guy. He's going to be a nice bucker doe. I don't know what it is, but that one's going to be nice. Even at 3 weeks old, you can see the body type forming in this fella. And Mom thinks I'm getting too close. The Queen has been sold, and she's going to be rebred next week. She was purchased as a bred doe, so we're going to breed her. I haven't decided who I'm going to breed her to just yet. She is going with Wapanaka, and so I don't want to breed her to Wapanaka. I will probably breed her either to Cash, which is her half-brother, or I think maybe Greasy, the Mills buck. He's been producing good babies. I think I might breed her to Greasy, and that'll give some Duluth carriers. I might check with the buyer to see if she wants dilute carrier or not before I breed her. Alright, so all these next few does and litters are all the same age. These were all born on March 25th. This is Faith, and Faith kindled 5, and she still has all 5 of hers, and she was bred to Jake, so these are all solid blacks. Hopefully we get some nice ones out of here to add to the... I'd like to keep 1 buck and 1 doe actually, but we want to keep only the best. Up next we have Dallas, or Dallas, we have Diamond. Diamond was bred to Dallas, and she had, what'd she have, 7 kits? Now she's lost a few. I think she's down to 4. When they were young, first of all, she struggled with taking care of them. She was a first-time mom. I think she had 1 on the wire, and then she had 2 that within a week got chilled. They came up to the front of the box and got chilled and didn't make it. But she has 4 left of the 7, and these guys are growing real nice and big. And since she only has the 4, they were able to catch up rather quickly, so they're doing really well. Pocahontas has been bred. She'll be due somewhere around May 7th or 8th. She was bred to Greasy, so hopefully we'll get a nice litter out of her. Then we have Cass. Now Cass's 2 little ones was actually 5 days younger than these others. Cass has the 2 solid blue right here in the corner. Boy, I wish these guys would come out. Now Cass is a very protective mom, so I have to be careful when I put my hand in here. There we go. That little blue booger there, and that little blue booger right there is hers. And they are actually 5 days younger than these others. We have the 2 white, and then we have the 2 broken, who are 5 days older than the 2 blues. But the blues, she only had 2, so they were born very, very, very large. These other 4 is part of Waterloo's. Waterloo had a very large litter. She had a litter of 11. And so they were born just a little bit small. And so I had no problem whatsoever fostering these over to an older litter because Cass is a real good milk producer. And even though they were much older, they were actually a little smaller than her 2 at the time of fostering. And now they're all, comparable. They're within range of each other. Cass was bred to Kirby. She's got 2, so I'm kind of hoping for either 2 does or a 1 buck, 1 doe. I definitely want a really nice doe out of this litter. And then the other 4, Waterloo, I think she was bred to Dallas, but no, she was bred to Mark. And so we will go and check out Waterloo's litter next. Alright, so up next we have Waterloo, and like I mentioned earlier, Waterloo's kits, I said they were born March 25th and were 5 days older than Cass's litter that was born March 30th, and I was incorrect. These guys were only 2 days older. This litter was born March 28th, and Cass had hers on March 30th. She had 11 total, and we still have the 11. We have 7 here with her that are all broken blue. We did figure out, I'd always suspected, but now we know for sure, Waterloo is genetically a Charlie, even though she doesn't look it. She is genetically a Charlie. She produced only solid or brokens. Now she does have the 2 whites, which because of the albinoism do appear to be a solid white, but genetically we know that those 2 white kits are broken blue. They're just masked by the albinoism. So 11 for Waterloo and Mark, and going strong. These guys are 3.5 weeks old. And I guess you want to see the babies, not Waterloo. Waterloo is another protective mom, so I have to be careful about playing with her babies. But there they are. There's 7 of them. The 2 whites, I really hope are does. I could breed them back to Mark and start a small white herd if I wanted to. I've been considering keeping a few whites for a meat pen project. I've never done meat pens before, but Waterloo was such a fast grower, and Mark's got such a great body type. Of course, Waterloo does too. Waterloo is a registered grand champion with several legs. She would have probably earned more, except I decided to make her a mom. She's a beautiful doe. She maintains her coat condition very well. This is her first litter, and so far she's maintaining health condition really well with a large litter too. Now she only nursing 7, but she did carry 11 kits, and they're 3.5 weeks old. It's going to be a really long video because I keep talking so much. Here we have Tinytown, and again her kits are 3.5 weeks old. Now Tinytown had 9. Again, she's a first-time mom, and she had them on the wire, all 9 of them. I got out here early enough that I was able to catch 3 of them. They were chilled, but we took them in and we warmed them up, and we were able to save those 3. We have 2 blue, and again, Tinytown's also a protective mom. We have the 2 blue and a broken blue. There's broken blue, there's a blue, and then in the corner back there we have a blue. And then she fostered 3 of Austin's. We've got the 2 black, right in the corner. The one's just below, there we are, 2 blacks. There they are, all 3. There's Austin's little bunch. They're 3.5 weeks old. Austin had 9, and so I left 6 with her, and I put 3 over here, and then Austin lost 2, I think it was, so she's down to just 4 with her. But she still has these black over here, so she has 7. Alright, and then we have Dodie, and Dodie has not produced kits yet. I bred her on April 7th, so hopefully we'll have a litter around April 8th. Real beautiful mom, and I know she's fertile. She just skipped. We have Tex, who is her son, so I know she's a great mom. She's raised babies before. She just, she's getting on up in age, and so winter was harsh, and she didn't have any babies for winter, and then she kind of got fat on me over winter, as you can see. So we're trying to get her weight off. I kind of suspect she did not conceive this time because she is a little overweight. I got to get her weight down. She likes to eat, and she'll eat anything you give her. So I'm trying to get her weight down, and then we'll rebreed her, and hopefully get some more babies out of her. All right, and then here's Gunar, and Gunar had 3. Did she have more than that? Yeah, she had 11, but she did the same way as Tinytown. She had most of them on the wire. Actually, on one night she had 2. My daughter actually saved one of them, and the other one was chilled. So we put the singleton in the nest box, and it survived the night, and then came out the next morning, and she had 9 more on the wire, and they were all chilled, and we were able to save 2 of those. So we actually have 3. However, we have 2. Look at this. We have 2 of these huge monsters like this. There's that one, and then this one. These, I think they're about 10 days old now. And then we have this one who's real tiny. I've been expecting it not to survive, but it keeps hanging in there, and it doesn't look to be starving yet. He's definitely not as big as his siblings. And so I don't know if it'll last long term. Maybe not. May not live for weaning age. And if it does, it's probably destined for freezer camp because it's really stunted. And that is it for the New Zealand update. That's all our babies. They range from 10, 11 weeks old all the way down to a week old with Bluegrass. And Cassis, she's got 2 litters. She's got the litter that's 10, 11 weeks old. And then she has her new litter that's 3 weeks old. So they're doing real good. We'll get some does. We have several does bred who will be due, when are they due? Like the 21st or so. We got Liberty that's due, and then we have some that's due May 7th or 8th. And then I hope to breed, like I said, 3 more today. And then probably next week, all these does that have 3.5-week-old litters now, you know, they're destined to be bred again. It's that time. So we're going to start breeding again real soon. Hey, I'm going to leave some links down below. One will be to my webpage. It will have a list of my show schedule. And there's also an availability list there. I think I'm currently sold out, other than the blue-eye buck. I think I'm pretty much sold out. But we will have some litters coming up pretty soon. Washita's litter is 6 weeks old. Everlong's litter is about 5 weeks old. I'm not sure I'm going to be selling any of Everlong's. If we have what I think we have, 1 black buck, 1 black doe, 1 broken buck, 1 broken doe, I'm going to hang on to those for a while and see how they turn out. I hope they will be on my fall show team. But anyway, any available rabbits that I have, I'm always happy and pleased to deliver to any show that I attend. I'm also going to leave a link to our Facebook fan page. You would like to check that out. You will see more of the day-to-day going-ons here at Grace Hollow. Mostly about the rabbits, but sometimes, occasionally, I post things that is not rabbit-related. And that's a good way to get a hold of me to talk about upcoming litters or a possible upcoming purchase. You know, we're working on fall babies now, so if you're going to be in Mesquite, Texas, or can travel there, be sure to get with me and let me know what you might be interested in, and we'll find out what we will have by then. You know, as always, I thank you so much for the support of my channel. Thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless.